Good evening, all you Trojan fans. Tonight, the Trojans play host to the Williams Valley Vikings in the home opener of the 1993 season here at Dauphin area. The Trojans coming off a loss last week when they were nipped by the Tri-Valley Bulldogs, score of 12-6. The winning touchdown coming on a blocked punt attempt, and kid ran it in for the touchdown that decided the ball game in favor of the Tri-Valley Bulldogs. In the meantime, the Williams Valley Vikings, who have not made their appearance on the field yet, but are set to approach any moment now, played the Line Mountain Eagles and were bleached by the Line Mountain Eagles by a final score of 36-26. So the Eagles putting a bunch of points on the board, and the Vikings of Williams Valley also putting some points on the board. The Trojans not showing a whole lot of offense over there at Tri-Valley. Scored first, got their 6 points early, but then failed to score from then on in. So tonight, the offensive-minded Williams Valley Vikings come here. The defensive-minded Dauphin Trojans, perhaps to give them a good game. We hope so. In the meantime, of course, last week also saw the loss of our starting quarterback, Danny Schell, who went out with a broken bone in his foot or leg or ankle, and he will not be back for the season, we understand. So we feel very much for Danny, but the team tonight, I believe, will be led by John Faust, a junior quarterback, was going to be the B squad quarterback and was going to quarterback the junior varsity, I believe, but he will be called upon to quarterback the varsity tonight as we take on these Williams Valley Vikings, what is always a big football game. You know, it's more or less like the Super Bowl when it comes to these guys. You know, you can see our team is practically walking out to meet the Vikings as they take the field over here. So let's hope for a good game. Let's see some good sportsmanship and a good hard-nosed football game, and we'll all go home happy no matter what the result. So the teams are on the field, and we should be about ready to go in just one moment. We'll have the toss of the coin, and then we'll see who's going to have the privilege of going on offense for the first time in this season. We'll be right back with that coin toss in just a moment. At the tackle slot. Tell you, the Trojan Ball Club is really up for the ball game, and they're going to chase the teams back a little bit as the Trojans go out there to watch the officials do their thing at center of the field to begin the ball game. We're sending out there Kerwin, number 76, number 40, number 42, Jim Cassidy, in the backfield for the Trojans. Ronnie Minnick and Eric Troop are the at the halfback slot, number 89, co-captains for UDA, and we'll be seeing what the coin toss looks like here in just a second. UDA Trojans, number 12, Jeff Faust. Jeff Faust will be the quarterback for the Trojans. Open up the ball game, and we'll see just exactly what the toss of the coin results in here in just a moment. They're discussing things. He's showing them his two-headed coin here. Anyway, I think we're nearly ready. A beautiful evening for football, a little cool, a good breeze going, so could affect the passing game a little bit because there is a breeze blowing from left to right here at the old ballpark, the wind blowing almost due south. So here's a coin toss, and let's see. Looks as though, well, he hasn't made any signal yet. I think we're going to receive. We have won the toss, and we will receive the football to begin the play here tonight. So maybe that's a good omen. We won the toss. We're going to receive. We'll go on offense first. And young John Faust will be tested early in the ball game, and we're going to hope that John has a great game tonight and you know, can get the Trojans on the winning side of the ledger. So we'll be back with the Williams Valley kickoff in just a second. Okay, Eric Troop and James Kerwin back to receive this kick from the Williams Valley kicker here to begin the ball game. Troop, the speedster, is on the left side of the field, the far side, doing the leg jogging there, and Jim Kerwin on the near side. Kerwin played a good ball game the other night in the junior varsity against these Pine Grove Cardinals. So the Vikings have it teed up, and we're ready to kick. Shadle will be the kickoff man for Williams Valley. And we'll be set to go here in just a moment. Here comes the opening kick of the ball game. And it's going to be a squig kick, and it's going to go out of bounds, I think. Yeah, out of bounds down here, and they'll re-kick this one. I guess the ball at the 35-yard line.
Flag.
And I would think the Trojans, let's see, are they going to have them re-kick, or are they going to take it there? Coach Hain tells quarterback Faust to hold everything a minute here. Let's see what they're going to do about it. Ronnie Minnick is our co-captain, or the captain of the defense, I believe. And they're going to re-kick this one, it would appear. And so they'll kick this off from the 35. Or no, they're going to take it.
Which will be about the 35-yard line.
Okay, they're going to take the 35-yard kick off here, and they're going to accept the ball right there. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. So Faust will go to work. He'll have Troop is the running back there, along with Arts and Danny Kerwin.
Danny Kerwin and Adam Arts.
So here's the first play of the ball game. It's going to be Eric Troop, and he is grabbed before he gets anywhere at all. Hit about a yard shy of the line of scrimmage, maybe 2. They'll move it back to the 33-yard line. Loss of maybe 2 on the play. Michaels and Miller in there to make the stop for the Williams Valley Vikings, 2nd and 12. Now that time they get in there on Eric right away. He had no chance to set up that time. And we'll see what we do on a 2nd down and 12. Ball back now at the 33-yard line. Now we're going to have offside against the Trojans this time, as a line jumped the gun that time, and that'll probably cost them 5 more.
17,
Trojans jump offside, so the Trojans now are looking at a 2nd and 17. And kind of moving in reverse here now. And sometimes, you know, with perhaps a new cadence from the quarterback or the center misreading the snap call, whatever, something happened there. A line just took off, and the ball did not. So a 2nd and 17. Faust looking to throw one. Uh-oh, he's in trouble. Dumps one off over here. Nice time to number 41, Kim Laudenschlager. And Laudenschlager is tackled almost immediately. As a matter of fact, no gain on the play, I believe. And it looks like it'll remain 3rd and 17 now for the Trojans. So he completed 1 for 1, but no gain on the play. Flanker goes out on the far side of the field this time for UDA. Otherwise, everybody in tight. In motion over this way comes Danny Kerwin. Pitch comes over this way, and Eric Troop has got it. Can Troop turn the corner with it? Yes, he can. He gets a nice block by Arts. There's a flag on the play, and Troop all the way down here, but there is a flag on the play. The ball is taken down to the 32-yard line. Brian Evans finally making the stop for the
sideline, and we got a flag on the play. Hold everything.
Williams Valley Vikings, but there is a flag back here laying, and everybody is backing up, so this play is going to be nullified. For what reason, I'm not sure, but again, those nasty penalties coming up here and just destroying the Trojan offense so far in the early going of the season. Last week, multiple penalties over at Tri-Valley that kept getting them into all kinds of trouble. And looks like going to be some kind of a call, probably a hold or something, or a clip. We'll see in a minute here. I don't think he's given a signal yet. Walking back a big one, though. And the call will be made. Holding against the Trojans, and that takes it all the way back to the 19-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 23 now.
Number 40, Ron Minnick replaces
Minnick's going to replace Kerwin
backfield.
in there for UDA. Okay, 3rd and a ton. This is Minnick in motion this way. Handoff is to Eric Troop. He gets a couple yards before he's tripped up, and the Trojans will punt the ball away as we are now looking at a 4th down and about 20. Eric Troop will punt the ball away for UDA. Let's see if Eric can get a good one. He'll be punting into a breeze for sure. Let's see if he gets a good snap. Beautiful snap. And a nice kick. Going to be taken out here at the 45-yard line. It's fumbled, and let's see, picked up by Upper Dauphin. It'll be Upper Dauphin ball, 1st and 10. The ball at the 40-yard line of Williams Valley. So the Trojans coming up with the football. Looks like it was Pham. And Bobby Pham picked up that ball for UD. And it's 1st and 10 Trojans on the, well, they're going to mark it on the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 UDA. So there's a big break for Upper Dauphin. And it looks as though the Trojans got a good break that time. All right, we'll see if Faust can get them moving this time now. He'll again have Arts and Troop as the deep sets. Sometimes in the slot. Well, now Kerwin's not in there right now, but Minnick. So he has Arts at the fullback spot. And Minnick goes in motion over on the right side. Pitches back over here to Troop. Troop cuts it upfield with a good gain and a nice hitter to the 35-yard line. Good run that time by Eric Troop, following his blocking very well over there as a hole really opened up. And the Troopster rumbled through there to the 35 they spotted. 2nd and 2 now, so best gain of the night for the Trojans on that quickie by Eric Troop. Troop has that blazing speed. If he can get loose, he's gone. Robert Loof flanked on the near side of the field for UD. In motion again is Minnick over on the right side. And the handoff this time is going to be to Arts. And Adam Arts has got the first down as he dives ahead to the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. UDA. Leading the charge in there for UDA is at number 66 for the Trojan. Randy Sims leading the charge last on that last play. Did a good job at it. So 1st and 10 now, the ball at the 31. They actually end up spotting it. And the handoff this time is the Troop again, and he's tackled in the backfield, tripped up in there nicely by a tackler from Williams Valley. And Eric might have lost a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11. McNeil coming in there to make the stop along with Charles Michaels of Williams Valley. Lost one, 2nd and 11. Now ball back at the 32-yard line. Really cool evening, as I said before. Breeze blowing, a little cool for the fans, but I'm sure it's going to be just a great night for the kids out here because they enjoy this cooler weather. Here's a pitch over this way, and again, Eric Troop's going to try to turn the left side, and nothing doing this time as he is, well, he's still on his feet, but he's dragged down eventually by Jared Brown coming up to make the stop. Whole bunch of Vikings in on the stop, and gain of maybe a yard on the play, back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10. 6 minutes and 28 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. The Trojans have had the ball for the entire first quarter. Troop in motion over on the right side. Back to pass goes Faust, dumping off a little bit of a screen pass. He's got it here for Adam Arts, but coming up there to read that was number 77 of the Vikings. That's Ken Shadle. He and Brown made the stop on Adam, and it'll be 4th and 9 now. So the Trojans at the 29-yard line of the Vikings. We'll see if we can get a big 4th down and 9. This would be a great place to get a first down here, needless to say. 2 flankers go out on the far side of the field for UDA. One on the near side. Looking over the middle. It is complete to Minnick, and Minnick has it for the first down down at the 15-yard line. Great pass that time from Faust to Ronnie Minnick, and run with the first down at the 15-yard line of the Vikings. Boy, oh boy. Nice play on a big 3rd and 9. Man, did we need that one. Yeah, or 4th and 9, right. That was 4th and 9. That's right. 1st and 10 on the 15. Again, Robert Lou, the faker, out on the far side. I don't think they've thrown to Robert all year, but he flanks out there on the right side. In the meantime, the handoff here, the football's laying back here, and look out, that's going to be the end of the charge for the Trojans, as Adam Arts never did get the handoff that time. He burst up the middle, and the ball just came loose. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Vikings now at the 19-yard or 18-yard line. We'll make it. And the Vikings will go on offense for the first time tonight.
17-yard line, I believe.
Got 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 Vikings. All right, we'll see what the Viking offense looks like. They didn't look bad last week against Lymont. Here's a pitch over there to that 24. He's trying to turn the left side. He's got a couple of yards.
Brian Thompson on the carry.
As Brian Thompson carries it out to the 23-yard line.
Kim Laudenschlager out there.
Gain of about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Laudenschlager making the stop for UDA. Minnick in there on the tackle also, says Mr. Klinger.
2nd down and 5 at about
Ball at the 23-yard line. So defense is going to have to really play tough tonight because Williams Valley put 26 points on the board last week against a pretty tough Lyon Mountain Ball Club.
Nate Folk calling his signals for Williams Valley.
So Folk at the quarterback spot. He'll pitch it this time. They're going to try the right side. And let's see, coming up, nope, bounces off one tackler, and he's got a first down as he gets it to the 33-yard line or somewhere in there. As
51,
Eric Troop coming up to make the stop for UD. And the Vikes have a first down at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10.
Somewhere in that vicinity.
Williams Valley. Okay, 1st and 10 from about the 33 for Williams Valley. And up the middle, he's going to try to go with it this time. Not much on that one, maybe a yard or 2.
Miller again on the carry.
That was that Miller from Williams Valley. And he picks up 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Ronnie Minnick coming in there to make the stop from his middle linebacker position.
Gain of about
2nd down and 8. The ball right at the 34-yard line.
Ball at the Viking 34.
We'll see if the Trojans can hold them here now on a 2nd down and 8. Get that ball back. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the first period. Fast-moving first quarter. Trojans own half of it. Here's a quarterback keeping it, and Folk brings it back over here to the 43-yard line, very close to the first down. It will be close.
Troop and Robert Liu, and also Anthony Zielinski over there.
Anthony Zielinski helping to make the stop that time around, along with Liu and Troop, I believe they said. It's going to be so close. No, it is a first down. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know they gave the signal, but it was a signal for a first down, so it's 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line now for Williams Valley as the Vikings have a march going here. 1st and 10 on their own 43. Uh-oh. Ooh. Pitch over on the far side it goes. 31 has it. Kerwin's after him, but Charlie Michaels dives down to the Trojan 41-yard line, somewhere in that neighborhood. It's another first down for the Vikings. A good run that time of about 15 or 16 yards, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the 38-yard line. Peterson checking into the lineup over there for UD. He is a sophomore, and he's over there at the right outside linebacker spot. On a 1st and 10 now. Handoff, trying to go up the middle with it is number 34, I think Thompson. And he got maybe a yard as he rolled over Danny Kerwin and fell ahead for maybe a yard.
Ronnie
Minnick and Jason Bixler in there on a stop also for UDA. Picked up one. It'll be 2nd down and 8, or 9. Okay, on a 2nd down and 9 play now. Quarterback still has it, traveling around the left side over there, and finally he's grabbed and thrown out of there by that 72. And I think that's Matt Miller, if I'm not mistaken. It is Matt Miller. Okay. Matt making a good stop on him. Gain of 3 on the play. Or maybe, yeah, about 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 5. So Trojans again with that big necessary big stop coming up here if they can do it. Miller checks out of the ball game. And Bixler checking back in, I think it is, for UD. Here's a big 4th and 5 and hold everything. Time called by the Trojans. UD, I think it is, calls timeout. So a timeout on the field. A minute 25 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And it's 3rd and 5 for the Vikings. Secretary of Defense Clauser out there giving the guys the instructions here. This big 3rd and 5. Well, let's see if they did what he told them to do. All right, stop those Vikings. Fouts. Handing it off, and back here comes the ball. It came loose, but recovered by the Vikings. And it will bring up a 4th down and about 8. Evans falling on the ball for the Vikings. But good play that time for UD as he lost the handle on it. And it's 4th and a long 7. And the ball at the 36-yard line of Upper Dauphin. So the Vikings are going to punt it away from there. Big number 77 back to punt for the Vikings. And no one back for UD. Well, now they're going to drop Eric Troop back, I think it is, as a single safety back there to take this punt. But it's going to be a fake. And it is hiked to a short man, to an up back. And he is tackled immediately as the Trojans really read that one very well. And I think maybe Brian Arts, no, not Brian Arts, Adam Arts. Brian Arts. Hey, whatever happened to Brian Arts? That's what I want to know. Anyway, it's 1st and 10 UDA at their own 33. And we've got 25 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1. It's scoreless. And we'll see if the Trojans can get on the board here now. Clock down to 19 seconds. Faust drifting over this way. He's going to dump one outside here. He's got a man here. It's Minnick, and Minnick has the catch. A gain of about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5, but it's also going to be the end of the first quarter. And that's going to do it. And we'll switch quarters. At the end of 1, it is nothing.
With the score.
So if you got here late, you didn't miss a thing.
0 and the Upper Dauphin Trojans.
You're right back. 2nd and 5 for UDA as the second quarter is about ready to begin. And this time the Trojans will have the wind at their back anyway to begin this period. And Faust going back to try that. He dumps it over the middle. It's intercepted by number 34. And he is tackled out there by Eric Troop. But Brandon Paul making the big intercept for the Vikings. And he has the ball right at the 35-yard line of Upper Dauphin. And it will be 1st and 10 now Vikings as that time young Junn's pass just into the hands of number 34, Paul. And the Vikings will take over 1st and 10 on the UD 35, best penetration of the night. Well, nearly the best. I think they might have been inside the 35 before, but at any rate, again, the Trojan defense going to be called into action here and see if we can stop these Vikings. In motion goes 23, pitches over that way. 31's got it. Gets a couple of blocks out there, but good stop and a flag on the play. And it looks as though coming up to make that initial hit was number 32, Adam Arts. And Arts stopped him. Ron Minnick and Eric Troop, they're making the stop along, but there was a flag on the play. And we're going to see holding against Williams Valley, and that'll take them back 15. And Trojans looking for those kind of penalties to go against the other team for a change, and it's a big one. All the way back to the 45-yard line, where it'll be
bowling. We'll make it about,
let's see, 1st down and 20.
1st down and about maybe 23, somewhere in that vicinity.
So see if we can stop him again here now. The hold helped that time, although we had him stopped. And this time it's going to be a fumble on the play. Ball is loose. Upper Dauphin has the football the way it looks from here. Looked to me like Ronnie Minnick had jumped on it, and he did. So Ron Minnick coming up there to make that fumble recovery for Upper Dauphin. And both teams playing a little bit loosey-goosey out here. And Ronnie Minnick able to pick up the fumble, and it's Upper Dauphin ball at their own 46-yard line. So let's see. It's certainly not the field conditions or anything like that. There's no wetness out here. Cool breeze blowing, but that must feel good to these guys. It makes them air conditioned. And now they're going to have flanker out on the near side over here is going to be Kerwin. And the handoff and going up the middle with it is Eric Troop. He breaks ahead for a couple of yards. A nice run by Eric Troop as he dove all the way down to the 47-yard line. I think they're going to spot it, of the Vikings. And nice gain on the play. It picked up 8. So the Troopster there with a good burst of speed gets it down to the 47-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 2. Again, it is Kerwin, Arts, and Troop in the backfield. Troop gets the call, tries to go up the middle with it, and struggles for a yard to the 46-yard line. It'll be third down and 1. Actually, there wasn't any gain on the play. It was 3rd and 2. I thought Eric had to gain a yard on that, but they moved it back a little bit where his knee touched, and so it'll be 3rd and 2. Ball on the 47-yard line now of the Vikings. Kerwin moves in motion over the left side. Pitches over that way to Eric Troop. Can he get a block and get the yardage? No.
On the carry,
nope.
Kerwin.
Nope, he could not. He could not, but there is a flag thrown in there.
2, Nate Folk,
and we'll see what the flag is all about.
Jason Miller. Anybody else? Okay, make the tackle.
Nate Folk, Jason Miller making the stop for Williams Valley. They're talking to Williams Valley, so this is coming back against the Upper Dauphin Trojans. It's going to be holding against the Trojans. So both teams picking up holding penalties and just not getting it together, punishing each other with the fumbles and the turnovers and the penalties. So this one's coming back, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 22 or something like that, or did they decline it? No, here it comes. 3rd down and 12 make it, not 22. 3rd down and 12. Third and 12.
16.
3rd and 16.
Back at the Trojan to 44.
Mr. Klinger is a little bit in error. That's not a 3rd and 16. It's a 3rd and 12. Now he's got to correct it. All right.
12.
Okay.
At the Trojan to 44.
3rd and 12. Cassidy flanked out on the near side of the field for UDA along with Kerwin. And the handoff goes to Troop. And Troop, can he get around a couple of guys here? Still on his feet. And tackled now. But he did break a couple of tackles out there. Jason Miller finally coming up to make the stop for the Vikings.
Gained about maybe 5
Gained 5 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 7 for UD. It'll be on the 49-yard line of Upper Dauphin. And UD will presumably punt the ball away. Got 8 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in the first half. No score in the ball game. And Eric Troop back to kick this one away for UD. We get a good snap. Excellent snap. And an excellent, wow, a booming kick. Coming down and going all the way into the end zone. What a nice kick as Eric Troop taking advantage of that breeze. And there is a breeze blowing here, you can see that. And Eric got a good, long, spiraling kick out of that.
Vikings will take
and
over
it'll be no run back. Vikings with it 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Nice kick by that E.T. Okay, 1st and 10 Vikings on their own 20-yard line. Foch is the quarterback. He hands it off. No, he doesn't. Or where the heck is it? No, he still has it. Oh, that tricky son of a gun.
Folk on the keeper.
Folk got it and goes all the way out there to the 31-yard line or something like that.
Nice bit of faking.
Awfully close to the first down. He certainly had me faked. I thought he handed it off. But it's out to the 33-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Gain of 13 on that play by that young quarterback, Folk. 1st and 10. 7:41 left. The clock is stopped because he went out of bounds on that play.
At about the 33-yard line, it was a 13-yard pickup by Folk.
Quarterback hands it off. This time it's going to be a nice tackle out there by number 41. Kim Landschlager coming up to make that stop that time for UD. Picked up a yard, 2nd and 9 now. Ball out to the 34-yard line of the Vikings. Excellent defensive play that time by that Kim Landschlager. Making a good stop. Got Zielinski, number 28, then Landschlager and Kerwin standing out there now, and then Miller next to him. Vikings with a 3rd and a long 8. Folk, he still has it, rolling around that right side, looking to throw it downfield. He's got a man out here all alone, and he underthrows him. Number 80, the intended receiver. Another stiff breeze as the breeze really picking up here again. I thought maybe it would let up toward evening, but it is really blowing around out here, and he threw that one short. So 3rd and 9 coming up now for the Vikings. Ball is actually at the 4-yard line. Yeah, the referee just reached up and pulled it back a yard. He had shortened or given a wrong spot there to the ball, but he got it right now. So we're looking at a big 3rd and 9. If the Trojans can hold them here, we will get the ball back. 6:52 left in the half, and the clock is again stopped. And timeout's going to be called. Timeout this time called by the Vikings. So we've got, where are we? Okay, 6:52 left here in the first half. No score. Big crowd at the ball game tonight, not only seated in the stands, but looping all the way around the perimeter of the football field. Real nice crowd for this ball game tonight. Good rivalry, probably one of the best rivalries up here in this area. Williams Valley, Upper Dauphin. Upper Dauphin, Millersburg, another big rivalry. Upper Dauphin and Halifax, another one. So Lion Mountain probably just as big. But crowd really comes out to support these 2 ball clubs, and glad to see that. We're looking at now a 3rd down and 9. Trojans would like nothing better than to pick one off here. Okay, now we're ready. 3rd and 9. Dump over this way. It is going to be picked off. Picked off by number 41, Lundschlager. Lundschlager's going to go for a touchdown. All right. I just suggested that maybe that would happen, but I didn't believe it would exactly. But hey, folks, pass picked off as it was deflected out there. Looked like a wobbly thing. I'm sure we'll look at that lots of times. And they picked it off and carried it in for the touchdown. So with 6:45 remaining here in the first half, the Trojans stunned the Vikings with that pickoff there. He ran it back about 32 yards, something like that. Maybe 34-yard run back.
Looked like
for
the might have tipped that ball,
Trojans. Kerwin might have got a hand on it, but Kim Lundschlager picked it off and ran it in. So Kim, a happy young trooper out there right now. And we'll see if we can make the extra point. So young John Faust now with a 6-point lead to work with. See if we can make it 8. He goes back to pass, dumps it over here. It is going to be complete to Eric Troop, and it's a 2-point conversion. Nice pass from John Faust to Eric Troop. Atta boy. So Fausty gets his first extra point of the season, and Eric Troop with a fine reception on that pass, and that's going to make it an 8-0 ball game. All right, UDA 8, the visitors zip. 6:45 remaining here in the first half.
25, Brian.
Ronnie the Toe Minnick has her teed up here for UD now, and he'll be kicking with the wind. So Ron ought to be able to kick one deep here if he can get it up in the air, get it into that breeze, and see if we can blow one out of here. Here it comes. Nice kick. It's going to be taken out here at the 25-yard line. 24's got it, and let's see, bounces off one would-be tackler. It gets it by a couple more, and finally all the way up to the 37-yard line. A good run back by Thompson in view of the fact that he had a couple of Trojans taking a shot at him, but Nathan Klauser finally makes a stop out there for the Trojans, along with Robert Pham. And a ball at the 37-yard line. Coach Hain out here very upset at the tackling that time on that run back. Gosh, several guys had some good shots at him and just couldn't bring him down. Anyway, 1st and 10 at the 38 for the Vikes now. Trojans taking advantage of the miscues here tonight so far. Motion coming over this way. And the handoff is to the tailback, and he is hit almost immediately as he gained maybe 1 yard. Ronnie Minnick making the stop there, and it'll be no gain. Well, he gained 1 actually. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd down and 9. Ball nearly at the 39-yard line. Just shy of the 39-yard line, or just shy of the 40-yard line, I mean. Here comes the quarterback with a good defensive play that time. As coming in there is 89 Danny Dangerous Dan Kerwin. Killer Kerwin coming up there to make the stop. And
Third and about 10.
Dan with a big play that time. Good defensive play by that Dan Kerwin. Dan said, hey, they're not going to do that fake stuff anymore. And now we've got a 3rd and 19 looking at the Vikes. Ball all the way back to the 31-yard line. And 4 minutes, 52 seconds remaining. Clock is moving, so we'll be down to 4.5 minutes by the time this play is over. Flankers out on both sides of the field for the Vikings this time on a 3rd down and about 19. Can we pick another one off? Well, maybe. Nope. Up the middle goes Folk with it, and Folk gets a good run for the yardage up to the 43-yard line, 42-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down, and about 7. Adam Art's in there making the stop for the Trojans.
4th and 7.
So the Vikings will kick again. Now, they faked the kick last time, so the Trojans are going to have to be wary of that. Last time they did it, and they're going to call timeout here as Coach, you see Coach Hain and Coach Mateer down here frantically calling for time, and Coach Hain saying, can't you guys hear? Look, Coach was leaping around him and
UDA
Mateer down here, Mr. Mateer jumping around trying to call time. And Coach said, what's going on, boys? And anyway, timeout called UDA. Okay, the Upper Dauphin timeout is over, and once again, the Vikings appear to be set to punt this ball away. Eric Troop is deep for UD to receive this kick. And let's see if they got to fake it. No, it looks like they're going to mean it for sure this time. Shadle with a nice kick. Going to be recovered out here by the Trojans, Eric Troop. And let's see. Wow, spun down at the 37-yard line. About a 8-yard return for Eric. It'll be 1st and 10. UDA, as somebody slow getting up down there. Let's see. Is it Eric Troop?
Like also number 71, Jason Buff down there to make the tackle.
I think Eric got a little shaken up on that play, and he's going to come out right now. And UD will go to work on their 37-yard line for Upper Dauphin. Ronnie Minnick now sets up at the running back spot for UD. He's the tailback. And the handoff is to Arts, and Adam Arts busting around that right side. Hang on to that football, Adam. And Adam tackled out here, but after a good gain.
Charlie Michaels finally brings him down, but
down to the 33-yard line, something like that, as Adam Arts was sprung very nicely over there and picked up about 30. Good job, Adam Arts.
And the ball is at the 35-yard line.
35-yard pickup. They spot the ball at the 35-yard line.
On a
1st and 10, UD. Well, Mr. Klinger's confusing the heck out of me. Now it's a 30-yard gain. Well, you figured it out. Anyway, there was a nice gain. All right. Good job, Adam Arts. All right. 1st and 10 from the 35 of Williams Valley. Handoff is to Troop. Eric spins ahead for a couple of yards to the 20 or to the 33-yard line.
Along with number 72.
Picked up about 2, 2nd down and 8. 2nd down and a long 8. As the Trojans put it in play here. Back to pass goes John Faust. John looking. He's firing one over this way. It is incomplete. It was intended for Ronnie Minnick. Ron questions a holding out here.
Covered out there by Nate Folk.
Talking with the official about that one, but
3rd down and about 9.
I think Ron felt he might have been held. But it goes to an incompletion. No call on the play, and it'll be 3rd and a long 8 or 9.
Long for the Trojans.
3rd down, and the Trojans need a bunch here, and let's see if Faust can get it for us. Oops, nope, he's tripped up immediately, as coming in there to make the stop is number 55 of the Vikings. Tripped him up almost before he could get away from the center that time, so it'll bring up 4th down and 11. Loss of 2 on the play. And pardon me, 4th. Yeah, that's right, 4th down, 4th and 11. And the clock down to a minute 55 seconds. And UD is going to take a penalty here, I believe. And then they'll punt it. They'll drop back 5 more and get better position to get that ball recovered in the end zone. And I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to let the clock wind down, take a 5-yard delay of the game penalty, and then have a better position to punt. Okay, that is the call. 5 yards, delay of the game. And Trojans will now have a better opportunity to stop the Vikings deep without the punt going into the end zone. So some good theory out here. Good strategy being put into play here by UDA. And now we are going to find out whether the Trojans can get down there and cover this punt. That's the name of the game now. Eric Troop will be punting the ball away. Eric punted one last time into the end zone.
Robert Pham snapping the ball. Troop.
So let's see. Now Pham snapping the ball for UD.
Trojans.
And here's a high snap, but Eric handles it. And the punt goes down here deep. Oh, there's a clip. No flag. Or is there a flag?
Taken down, fair catch there. Fair catch.
Holy smokes, that looked like a clip to me. Gee whiz. And Coach Mateer thinks there was a clip too. He wonders where the clip was. That was a flagrant clip. You could see it from out here. My gosh. Anyway, ball down to the 9, and that was a nice punt by Troop, but should have been a penalty on that play for sure. Unbelievable. That one will be easy to watch, folks. You know what? At least my perception of clipping would have been that block out here. But anyway, 1st and 10 for the Vikings now with 1:27 left here in the half. Bucks has got it. He's going to try to spin it around this side. Now he's getting into some trouble. And let's see. Now there's a flag on the play. Folks still running and breaking out into the open. Eric Troop out here to grab him finally. But there is a flag on the play way back here at the 12-yard line laying. And so this one, I hope, is coming back. We'll see.
And let's see what the referee
officials are talking it over here.
Way back around the 10-yard line.
Holding against the Vikings. Well, boy, that helps, as folks had run that ball all the way out to the 40 or 37-yard line. A heck of a nice gain by that young quarterback. But it was for naught because this one's coming back. And it'll be perhaps a half the distance or whatever. See how they do this. The penalty was thrown at the 9-yard line. And so it's going to go back to the 5 or 4-yard line, whatever, I guess half the distance. And it'll be 1st down and 15. Clock is started, minute 12 remaining here in the first half. Trojans up 8-0.
Ball is back at about the Viking 5-yard line. And 15.
See what we can do with it here. We'll stay back a little bit. Maybe we can watch if they're going to. Well, no, I guess they'll run the ball out of here. It's a little dangerous to pass from here. Folk hands it off and going up the middle with some good yardage is Michaels, and he is finally tackled out here as coming up to make the stop is number 41, Kim Lodslager, along with, let's see, 42, and I think that's at Cassidy.
Making a tackle.
So Cassidy and Lodslager combining for the stop, but picked up 14 out of that.
Michaels brings up a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. Now the ball out at the 19-yard line, and the clock down to 19 seconds remaining here in the first half. So time for perhaps one play. Clock down to 13 seconds. Handoff, and this time nothing doing, as he may have gained enough for the first down, but the clock is down to 6 seconds as they stop the clock to reset the ball at the first down. But hardly any time to run a play. The clock is started, and that's going to do it for the first half. But an excellent first half for the Trojans as we lead by 8. It's 8-0 at the end of the first half. Oh, good job there, UD.
Viking Pride Band to perform here at halftime.
Well, the teams are back on the field for the opening of the second half festivities. And the Trojans, of course, will kick off to the Vikings to begin the second half of play as the Trojans receive the first half kick. So we'll be set to go in just a moment.
When you start the second half of play, the Trojans will be kicking as the Vikings
UD will kick south. That means they'll have the wind behind them. And see if we can get a good kickoff here now to begin the second half of play. So a very well played first half. Not any kind of dumbness out there. by either squad, as sometimes the emotions run very high in this football game, but so far cooler heads have prevailed, and they have really played a nice football game, barring the penalties that both teams picked up. That hurt both squads a little bit on the offense for sure. Both quarterbacks have thrown one interception, and the one interception, of course, that the Trojans picked off led to the only score of the ball game. So both teams struggling a little bit on the offense, and both teams playing some good defense, I guess we'd have to consider. And so Ronnie Minnick will tee it off and see if we can continue our good defense here this evening. Ball blows off the stand, so you can see it is a very breezy kind of a night. Okay, I think Ron's got her teed up now. It looks like it's going to stay. And here comes the opening kickoff for the second half.
Okay, here we go as Ron Minnick kicks off.
And this time a flag is on the play. Somebody's offsides on the kickoff, I'm afraid.
24,
and this lineman down here called the play, and I'm not sure it could have been Williams Valley.
See what the infraction was.
Although that hardly ever occurs, I guess, but he threw it right here at the Williams Valley line, but it's going to be against Dauphin, and they must have been offside on the kickoff. So there again, kind of a dumb way to start. Or no, as a matter of fact, it is against the Vikings, and it was illegal procedure against the Vikes. They were offsides on the kickoff. Okay.
Offsides against Williams Valley on the kick.
So Ronnie will get to kick it from with a 5-yard advantage,
45-yard
kicking
line.
from the Trojan 45. Let's see if we can get a good one off now. Okay, we're ready for the second opening kick of the second half. Here we go. Oh, he got a good kick into this one. And it's down, and he is down right back here at the 9-yard line. Thompson went down on his knee as he made the catch, and it'll be 1st and 10, Williams Valley from their own 9. So a nice kick, no run back. And the Trojans dig in on defense, and the Vikings see if they can get their offense going. 1st and 10, Vikings. Okay, the Vikes break the huddle as they go on offense for the first time in the second half from their own 9. Pitch over there to that number 23. He's going to try the right side. Got a little bit of room out there. It bounces into one of the Trojans, number 81, Robert Liu, and along over there was Ronnie Minnick, I believe, also helping out on that stop.
Second and about 10.
Second and 10, no gain on that play as the Trojans really strung it out beautifully that time. Along the right side, Robert Liu comes limping off here now. And Robert might have got himself kicked in the shin or something, or a muscle spasm. Drew Peterson comes in to replace Bobby Liu. He's number 22, is Peterson. And anyway, here's the handoff this time, and driving ahead for maybe a couple of yards.
Might have been Garrett Miller again, I'm not sure.
It's Miller, we think. He got about 3 out of that. It'll be 3rd down and a long 7. Charlie Michaels on the carry that time. Stopped by a bunch of Trojans out there. Kim Laudenschlager, among others, making a stop.
In on that tackle.
3rd and about 7.
About maybe 3.
Ball looks like it's at about the 12. On this big 3rd and 6 play now. Quarterback has it. Boy, somebody had a nip at him, but didn't get him. Here's Folk. He's dancing around out there. Now he's going to get knocked down out here at the 12-yard line. Folk making a good stop. Danny Kerwin finally coming over there along with Cassidy to make the stop, says Mr. Klinger. But it'll bring up a 4th down and long loss of about 3 on the play. 4th and, well, let's see. The guy over here still moving around with the chain.
Also about maybe
4th and 8.
It'd be 3rd down and 8.
77 this time will be kicking from inside his end zone. He gets a good snap. And the kick is going to be short and shanked over that way. My lousy kick, only out at the 23-yard line. So the Trojans with excellent field position, as Shadle that time got that one off the side of the foot and kicked that one for about a 10-yard punt to the 22-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10 for UDA at the Viking 22. So, man, you can't hardly hope for much more than that. Johnny Faust, the quarterback for UDA. Arts and Troop line up deep. It's going to be Arts, and he gains a yard or two.
On the carry.
Not much on that one. Might have picked up one. It will be
Brandon Paul on the
second down and 9. Not too much on that one as they tried to go up the middle against that Viking center of that Viking defensive line, and the Vikings would have none of that. So it's going to be second down and 9. Comes Minnick in motion over this way. Handoff this time is going to be to Eric Troop, and Troop with a good effort dives down to the 15-yard line.
24, Brandon Paul, Kenny Shadle, number 77. And number
looks like
35.
they'll mark it about the 16.
Wayne Wilson.
Gain of about 5 on the play. Be second down or third down and 5. This would be an awfully big score if we can drive one in here. Now, big 3rd and 5 play, big play for both squads. Motion goes Minnick over on the left side this time. Pitches over that way to Eric Troop. Can Troop turn it? No, he is grabbed on a fine tackle, but Ken Shadle comes up there and makes that stop for the Vikings. Excellent tackle by Ken Shadle. Knocking Troop back for about a 4-yard loss. It'll be 4th down and 9. Ball back again now at the 20-yard line. So the Trojans not taking advantage of that excellent field position so far. Get one more shot at it on a 4th and 9.
4th and 9 for the Trojans.
Oh, we'll see what they do on this one. We need it. This is Troop coming over this way. This is Faust looking over this way. He gets a little protection. Now he's going to tuck it away, and he is tackled at the 25-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings, as the Viking defense held very well that time and didn't allow the Trojans to get away with anything.
23, Garrett Miller.
So the ball will go over to the Vikings. 1st and 10. The ball at the 26-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Vikings. 1st and 10 from the 26. Can the Trojans hold them again here now? Let's hope so. Folk hands it off. 30-something's got it. Charlie Michael, he dives ahead for a couple. Out to maybe the 28-yard line.
Along with Ronnie Minnick.
Or 29. Let's see where they spot it. Spotted about the 29. Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and,
well, the 29-yard line.
2nd and a long 6.
Williams Valley.
Ball now at the 29. Second down and 6 from the 29. Pass play, looking over the middle, he dumps one. It is going to be complete out here for number 34, Brandon Paul, and he is ridden down at the Trojan 40-yard line. Eric Troop, the only young fellow back there that could make the stop for Upper Dauphin. And it's a 30-yard gain that time by the Vikings. And my goodness, that's a big one. And it gets it into Trojan territory for the first time here in the half. The Vikings with the football. 1st and 10, ball just shy of the 40-yard line, just inside the 40. Wind really picking up here right at the moment, gusting. Motion goes Paul, pitches over that way to that number 31, and he's going to try to turn the corner. Referee falls down over there, but Michaels gets a couple of yards, couple more yards.
Robert Lou over there also.
Bobby Lou and Arts and Miller over there. That making that stop, gain of just about
4, about 2nd down.
4, yeah, about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd down and 6 for the Vikings. Handoff and going up there for a couple of yards is at 22, Garrett Miller.
Effort by the halfback.
He gets about 3, about half of what they needed. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. Ball now at the 33-yard line of Upper Dauphin. So the Trojans have 2 big stops to make here now if they hope to stop these Vikings. The Vikings looking at a 3rd and 3. Trojans need to dig it in here now. Third down and 3.
Third and about 3 for the Vikings.
Handoff is to 24, and he's got the first down as he rolls around that right side over there. First and 10, Vikings. The Vikings on a roll, and timeout called as he was knocked out of bounds. Stops the clock, and the ball is at the 29-yard line of UD. It'll be first and 10, Vikes.
Ball at the Trojan.
Okay, first and 10 from the 28. They actually spotted the ball at the 28-yard line, so the Trojans now digging themselves a hole here. They got to get these guys stopped. And this time they stop him pretty quickly as he tries to go up the middle and runs into Danny Kerwin and crew out there. Thompson got maybe one. Danny Kerwin in there making the stop as they tried to go up over Dan and
second down and 9.
Couldn't climb that big hill. Anyway, it's a second and 9. Ball at the 27-yard line. Tremendous breeze blowing almost sort of diagonally across the field now. Here comes a pitch. Over this way comes that number 31. He gets a good block. Michael's turning it over here. Flag is thrown. He's going to go into the end zone, but there is a flag out here. And for goodness sake, let's hope it's holding against the Vikings. Where's the official? Oh, here he is. All right.
Hold everything. We got a penalty up here.
I believe we have a hold. And let's see. This one could be coming back. He went in for the score, but there was a flag. It's an illegal block against the Vikings, and that's going to bring it back. Wow. Thank goodness. Anyway, that's coming back.
Knees.
An illegal block called on the Vikings and marches that touchdown back all the way to the 45-yard line. So, boy, the Trojans got a break there. It's going to be second down and 25 or so, maybe 26, something like that.
Long yardage for the Vikings.
Let's see if we can pick another pass off here, maybe. Quarterback has it, looking over the middle, dumps one down on the far side. It's going to be intercepted by Ronnie Minnick, I believe it is.
By Cassidy.
No, Cassidy. There is a flag back here now. Look out. Flag laying back here, and we might have a roughing the passer penalty as the passer is hard getting up. Having a hard time getting up, so I don't know. And Mr. Kerwin says, hey, it wasn't me. He said, don't worry about it, wasn't me. Coach Haynes says, we know. Dan out there just, he's denying whatever the call was, but let's see. It would be Upper Dauphin ball, and we'll find out what happened here. As Cassidy intercepted the ball, but there was a penalty on the play.
Where the ball was released.
Referee laying the law down out here to somebody, so I'm not sure exactly what the call was. It's back where roughing the passer occurs, but when did it occur, I guess, is the question. I'm not sure. We'll see, and we'll be back and let you know. Roughing the passer was the call. Coach Hain getting an explanation here from the official. And this one's going to take that 15-yard that we just got for an illegal block.
Take the ball back,
and we'll go back to the line of scrimmage now, where it'll be first down. They have first down up there, so I guess it's going to be first and 10. Or no, it's going to be first down and, well, it is a first down. I don't know. Something's screwed up here. Something's messed up here. They just moved the chain back. Okay, first and 10. I never knew they did it, but anyway, they did it, and it's now first and 10. They move the ball back to the 30-yard line, where it's first and 10 now for the Vikings. So that's a tough break there for UD on that call. Pitch coming over this way, and coming up to grab him immediately is number 24. We'll get his number here, Jim Kerwin coming up and making a fine stop on Charlie Michael that time. Sean Rao. All right. Mr. Klinger here.
His linebacker slot.
Giving me wrong information. Sean Rao, good stop, Sean. Good job that time. And
making a tackle.
Rolled him back for a loss of 5. It'll be second down and 15. Ball now at the 35-yard line. Excellent play by that Sean Rao that time. Young fella coming up there making a big defensive play for UDA. Pass. Looking, getting a rush, spins away from one man. Now he's going to be tackled back here as number 40, Ronnie Minnick, makes the stop back at the 42-yard line. Another big loss on the play. It'll bring up third down and about 22. All right. Good job running Minnick there, coming up to make that big stop. They're really keying on folks now, not letting him do that fancy stuff out there, and they've stopped him on a big loss. 3rd down and 22. A minute and 18 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. 1:18 remaining in a fast-moving ball game here for the most part. 3rd and 22. Quarterback still has it. He hides it. And a hold coming back here, though. Hold going to be called out here on 53 of the Vikings.
Nice pursuit there.
I believe you will see number 53, who is looking at the official, is holding it. It is a good call, and you could see. I hope you can see it. I could see it with my other eye. And I hope you can see the hold on 53 of the Vikings. Now, will the Trojans take that? I doubt it. I doubt it. It's going to be, it would be 3rd down or 4th down, I guess it would be. Or 3rd, I'm not sure. Wait till we see. Now they're going to take it back, give the Trojans yet better field position. This one's coming all the way back to the 42-yard line, 41-yard line, whatever, holding against the Vikings. It now is a 3rd down at about 10, 20, 30, about 40. Looks like about 3rd and 40. Trojans will get good field position out of this yet. They keep this up. Anyway, about a 3rd and 40 as the Vikings self-destruct out here a little bit. There's 35 seconds left here in the half. Well, the clock's running down to 30 now. In the 3rd quarter, I mean.
3rd and many meters ago.
And time called. Now they're going to get 5 more because I believe it's a delay of the game. It is. So this will take them back 5 more and give them a 3rd and 45. I'll tell you what, they get penalized much more, Ray. They're going to have to pay to get back in here. Look out over the refreshment stand. They're coming over. They're backed up now to the 26-yard line. They have to go to the Trojan 20. Or to the 36, I beg your pardon. Okay. To the 36-yard line. At any rate. Okay. 3rd and about 45. My gosh, we ought to hold them here. Quarterback hands it off. Up the middle goes number 31, and he rips ahead for about 8 or so. So he got some of those back. And a 4th down coming up here. UDA will get the ball. So not sure if the Trojans held or the Vikings kept defeating themselves. At any rate, 4th and a ton. And dropping back for UDA is Eric Troop. Shadle's going to punt the thing away, and that ended the 3rd quarter. So with all that nutsing around out here, not much offense going on either squad, and we've got an 8-0 ball game at the end of 3. 1 quarter to play. Can the Trojans hang on there? We certainly hope so. We'll find out here in 12 minutes. Crowd's still hanging in here with us. An 8-0 ball game is a squeaker. And UDA is going to get the ball back to open up the 4th quarter.
Start the 4th quarter. Kenny
4th period coming up now as Kenny Shadle will punt this ball away for the Vikings.
Number 21, Eric Troop.
He gets a good snap. He gets a rush, but he gets the kick away. And Eric Troop is going to watch this one go over here, and it's going to take a UD bounce now. And hold everything. It might have been touched by Upper Dauphin. Let's see how they rule this one. No, it's going to be Upper Dauphin's ball. The crowd over here on the other side does not like that, as they think that Upper Dauphin might have touched that. And they are irate, to say the least. Coaching staff over here questioning that one. It did look as though one of the Trojans may have touched it. But they claim not, so I guess they called it right. I hope so. At least they called it the way I'd want it to be called. But it's 1st and 10 now for the Trojans, and the ball at the 24-yard line. So can the Trojans hang in there? Let's see. Let's grind one out here.
About a 40-yard kick by Shadle. Looks like Adam Arch on the carry. Maybe got a yard.
Arts for maybe 1 that time. Or almost nothing on that play. 2nd down and about 10. Not too much happening on that play.
Jason McNeil looked like he made a stop right there in Arch. It'll be second down and 9.
Ball at the 23. Almost nothing on that last play. Oh, we'll try that again, try to get a little better yardage this time. Motion coming over this way is Minnick. Handoff and going up the middle with it is Troop, and he is nailed right at about the line of scrimmage. Nothing going on there either, so it'll bring up a third down and about 9. Big third down play looking at our Trojans right now. 3rd and 9. Faust drifting back here, getting a big rush, getting pulled down, and he is tackled back at about the 14-yard line. About the 13-yard line, and UD will be punting from deep in their own territory, and the wind now out of the west is blowing from the near side of the field to the other side of the field, so Eric Troop is going to have to get a leg into this one. He's been punting very well so far, and we need a big one here.
We'll be back to kick for the
Troopster will be in his own end zone. He'll be back about 4 yards deep, almost to the end of the end zone. Here's a good snap, and a nearly blocked. Wow. Nice kick, though, out here to the 45-yard line where it is caught, and the Vikings will put it in play 1st and 10 on the Trojan 45. Boy, old Eric just got that ball off there, as there was a big rush on the punter, but Troop able to get it off, and no problem there. 1st and 10 Vikings. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Vikings on the Trojan 45-yard line. In motion, comes over this way, number 26. Pitches over the far side. 24's got it. It's got a couple of yards. Bounces off one Trojan, and then is tripped up over there by Eric Troop. As the Troopster came up from his defensive back position to make the stop that time, but a big gain. Picked up about 12 or 13 on the play. They bring it to the 32-yard line, or 31-yard line. Picked up 14 on that run, so we got to get better than that. 9 minutes remaining in the ball game. 9 minutes. Vikings setting it up at the Trojan 31. Come on, UDD. Handoff going up the middle with it, number 23. He is gang tackled at about the 25-yard line.
By the middle of the Trojan line.
And
led by Dan Kerwin, running Minnick.
Kerwin in there on the stop, along with
Jason
Minnick, Bixler, and a whole bunch of Trojans.
Tackle, gain about 6 for Garrett Miller.
It'll be 2nd down and 4. 2nd down and 4 as the crowd over here exhorts the defense to come on. Motion again coming this way. Pitch going the other way. 31. We got a couple of tacklers out there. Can they get them? Yes, they can this time. As Kim Laudenschlager coming up and making the stop, along with number 24, Sean Rao coming up there to make that stop too, along with Kim Laudenschlager. So, loss of a couple on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Good defensive play that time for UDA. Good job, fellas. 3rd and 7. Here is another gigantic play for the Trojans. Another couple of big plays for the defense. On a 3rd and 7, back to pass goes Fuchs, dropping straight back. He's getting a big rush, and he is tackled out here. As, let's see, it is intercepted, fumbled by UD, and Anthony Zielinski might have picked up that football. All right. Boy, oh boy, what a break there, as they looked like they had swarmed all over that quarterback that time. And Folk coughed up the football, and it was recovered by UDA out at the 42-yard line. So tremendous break that time by UDA. Now, if we could just keep the ball. 7 minutes and a half remaining in the ball game. Boy, what a big play that time by that Trojan defense to pick up that loose football. All right, let's go UDA. Handoff. This time it's got to be Troop. And Troop, if he could have gotten one leg loose there, but Shadle hanging on to him. Dropped him at the 41. No gain in the play. 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10 for UDA. No gain on the last play. And this time it's going to be Arts, and Adam Arts squirts through the middle and drives ahead here for a good carry. Got about 9 of the 10 we needed. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1. Nice run that time by that Adam Arts. Reitenbach making the stop out there finally, but he 3rd and about 1.
3rd and less than a yard.
Boy, we needed that as Adam, with that good second effort after he got momentarily stopped at the line of scrimmage and then burst ahead there for a 9-yard gain. Good job. 3rd and 1. Quarterback's trying to sneak it, and it's going to be close. Now a little bit of stuff going on out here now, but nothing too dramatic, I don't believe. Anyway, let's see. Is it a first down? It looks awful close. They're going to have to measure it. We'll see. This will be an important first down. From here, it looks like it would be a little short. If it is, it's just a tip on the football, but we'll be looking at it very closely here as they're right out in front of us. And that all-important measurement says that it is short by 1 inch. Yep, short by 1 inch. Now what did the coach do? 4th down. The ball at the 49-yard line of the Vikings, and we're looking at a 4th down and 1 inch. Wow. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the 4th quarter, and the clock has started. Less than 5.5 minutes to play when this one's run. The kind where you want a long count and draw the other team off sides and let them get it for you. Nope. Faust got the first down as he drives ahead here, still on his feet, still pushing. And he's got the first down at the 46-yard line. So a good drive that time by the young quarterback, led in there by that number 60.
Behind the center, Toby Wetzel.
Yeah, so Toby Wetzel. Okay. He drives in there behind Wetzel and gets the first down to the 46-yard line of the Vikings. First and 10, UDA.
The Trojans at the Viking 46-yard line.
Minnick is going to flank out on the far side of the field, and Cassidy on the near side for UDA. Faust again tries to go up the middle with it to the 45-yard line.
On the keeper.
Maybe got a yard or 2 out of that. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
2 or 3 in the play.
Okay, from the 44-yard line now, John Faust sets him up on a 2nd down and 8. Handoff this time is to Arts, and he's grabbed on a good tackle by McNeil back there. Grabbed him by the leg and pulled Adam down before he could get anything going, and there is a flag out here. And there's also a Viking, I think, down. So timeout called, there is a flag, and there is an injury. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, the penalty against the Trojans was declined by the Vikings, so the UDA looking at a 4th down and 8. And Troop back to kick from the 43-yard line, 42-yard line. And he gets this one high, and a nice kick. And it's going to take a UD roll, bounces into a Trojan leg out there, I think.
The Vikings take over at the...
It's 1st and 10 for the Vikings at their own 20-yard line, or 15-yard line. Where is it? Yeah, about the 15. 1st and 10 at the 16. All right. Hang on, Trojans. We've got 3 minutes, 44 seconds to hang in there now. The clock has started, and so the Trojans now looking to hang in there and pick up their first victory of the season if they can hang in there for another 3.5 minutes. Folk lines them up here now on a 1st and 10. And a hand over the middle, it's dumped, that is complete to a Trojan. I think the Trojans pick it off, I think. Wait a minute, they didn't signal yet. The Trojans are signaling that it was picked off. It is, the up and off. The Trojans have picked off the pass as Folk bounced it over the middle. And that's going to do it now as the, well, I don't know if it'll do it, but the Trojans have held them at a most
defensive plays here.
Greatest position here. It is going to be 1st and 10 Upper Dauphin from the 21-yard line of Williams Valley. So my goodness, Ronnie Minnick making the interception that time. 1st and 10 on the 22. Gee whiz. Come on, guys. 2 minutes, 55 seconds left. 8-0 score. The only score coming on the defense scoring when Kim Lanschlager picked off the folk pass that was partially blocked at the line of scrimmage and ran it back for a touchdown. It's the only scoring besides the extra point try. Here comes Eric Troop, and he dives ahead for a couple of yards. Maybe got inside the 20, might have got it to the 19-yard line. Picked up about 2 or so on the play. And it will be second down and 8. Ball just inside the 20. Clock down to 2 minutes and 15 seconds right now. Well, let's see if we can get a first down here. We'll just about do it. Hand off to Minnick, and Ron spins down to the 18-yard line. Not too much gain on that play. Third down. Picked up maybe a yard. Be 3rd and 7, and timeout called now by
55. Fritz Miller also
the Vikings. Stopping the clock with 1 minute 51 seconds remaining here in this ball game. Time called Williams Valley. Okay, the Viking timeout is over, and we got a 1:51 on the clock. And let's see if we can do something here with it. Troop gets maybe a yard or 2.
Gained maybe about 3 yards.
Timeout called again by the Vikings. Immediately calling time, bring up a 4th down and 5 for UDA. And Vikings call time. The Vikings have, well, it's hard to tell. It says timeouts left, and it says 3 up there yet, but it can't be 3. They just called 2 timeouts in a row. So I think they're either down to 1 or none. And 4th and 5 coming up for the Trojans. Okay, 4th down and 5 for UDA. They're going to give the ball up if they don't get 5 yards out of this. Here comes Ronnie Minnick on the near side. And the handoff, good. That's first down for the Trojans, and that should sew it up now as Adam Arts with another good dive. Adam Arts has played well and has gotten a couple of good spurts for some crucial yardage tonight. So the Trojans now inside the 10 or about the 10-yard line. Looks like a first and goal. Yeah, they could be inside the 10. No, they're not inside the 10. Again, Mr. Klinger down here really messing me up. I have to talk to him. Anyway,
it's a little bit inside.
It's inside the 10. It's first and about 9. Or first and goal from about the 9. Here's a handoff to Adam Arts, and Adam bounces off one tackle. Oh, good low tackle by number 35 out there. Got him, and Adam pulls a Charlie horse, and he's going to be okay. Yeah, he says that's all right. He stretched it back out again real quickly that time. Second and goal from, it looks like the 10 from here. Second and goal from darn close to the 10 anyway. Arts is going to come off now. Adam pulled a little bit of a Charlie horse, I believe. And he's replaced in there by Danny Kerwin. Moves back into that slot. See if Dangerous Dan can blast his way through here. Dan's got the handoff, and he's got a couple of yards as he gets it down near the 5-yard line. Oh, big Dan rolling in there. Then Dan was laying on 55. 55 can't hardly get up. Now he's getting up very slowly.
55.
And we're going to go for a field goal.
Fritz Miller.
Clock down to 12 seconds, 11. That might have done it. I think they won't run another play, and that's going to do it. The Dauphin Trojans are going to win this ball game tonight by a final score of 8-0. And what a tough ball game as Kerwin goes in to congratulate the boys. And the Trojans pick up their first victory and go 1-1. And Williams Valley now looking at an 0-2 record here in the early going. But the Trojans really stymied that Viking offense, which put 26 yards or 26 points on the board last week against the Eagles up there at Line Mountain. And now the Trojans hold them to nothing and put 8 on their own. So final score, UDA 8 and the Trojans nothing. So certainly hope you enjoyed this one because it has been fun. Congratulations to Coach Hayne, all the coaching staff, and every one of these Upper Dauphin area Trojans for a fine ball game tonight. The defense scoring the only points of the ball game on about a 30-some-odd yard run back of a tipped interception by that Kim Ladenschlager. So congratulations to Kim and all his teammates out here on a good victory. Hey, we'll take them no matter how we can get them. That's right. That's right. We take them any way we can get them. And we've had a lot taken from us, and we gained one back tonight. So catch you later at the next ball game next Friday night from East Juniata. Go up there and beat up on those Tigers. Good night.